To go live.
All right, let's go.
All right, we are live. Happy Monday. What's happening? Mickey Black, Jennifer J on the line. Talking about go high level again. So we last week we touched on but we talked about the AI reviews and the review piece, and a lot of people didn't know that. But then last week we had somebody in the audience ask about the scheduling capabilities, and it's actually pretty in depth. So I use the scheduling for content for the
Social media.
social media channels, and I set up my content to deploy across my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my TikTok, and my Instagram. But what do you use it for, Jen? I know there's like other things that you can do, set sequences based off of certain social interactions. But what do you think the most beneficial social use is?
So the planner, I just saw one of my clients using it to the max and made me and made me feel like, oh my goodness, I need to get busy because I don't have my content scheduled out inside of the planner. But the I think the most intensive use would be the social workflows that can come from that content. So you take the content, you create your content, and in that content, you could say, hey, if you're interested in this, DM me the word systems, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then once they DM that word from that content you posted, then the automations on the back end can kick in and DM them back and say, hey, we're glad you DM'd us systems. Go ahead, book a call. This is how you get started. Or you can further ask them questions, or you can deliver a lead magnet. There are so many different opportunities that you can utilize.
So you and now you're saying that happens automatically? Like I can set that up to happen automatically?
Yes.
So say for instance, so that's what I see like a lot of marketers will say comment money if you want a free download, or comment get in gear if you want a free checklist. So now what does that do? Does that automatically just send me a link to whatever the free thing is, or is there like any limitations that it can in terms of the response?
No, there are no limitations. Whatever you want to happen can happen, right? So if you want to collect further information, which I suggest, that kind of goes to a link so we can get their information, because on social media, if the person's name is Kickstarter 156, that's what it's going to say. So you want them to put in their information and say, what is your information so we can
Gotcha.
capture it, but it can still continue to DM Kickstarter 1245 and have a dialogue back and forth. And then you
And
can the chat bots for that as well, if that's what you want to do.
so now, and then when so I guess what you would do is respond in a DM, drive them to a landing page where they put in their email to get the lead generation tool, or they put in their phone number to book a meeting. So you're collecting end to end the different touch points, the different channels for that person.
Right. And then you said something, I don't want to overcomplicate things for people. You don't even have to use a landing page. So in high level, their forms are built to where you can use one of their themes. It's kind of designed, looks like a landing page, and all you have to do is grab that form link and send them that form link for people who are like, oh my God, landing page, oh my God, it's now complicated, right? Just use the form link. All you need is their name. You don't even have to collect a lot, just their first name and their email and their phone number, as long as you're A2P 10 DLC compliant.
Yeah. Yeah. People aren't hip to that.
So it's just keep it simple. And then you automate on the back end of that form, whatever it is. If it's a download, throw the link in there and get them direct access to the download. You got what you needed so you could further follow up on the back end.
Gotcha. And that's the one thing I like. So what I've experienced is I've got a couple of leads where they'll come in or they'll like something on social media, then they'll drive to like either putting in their phone number and their email address. But now I've got a comprehensive multi-channel view. So if I want to respond via email or via DM or via SMS, I can respond any given way, any channel. So if they reach out and it's like they're asking for something via text message, and let's say it's really long and it's better for an email, all of it is right there in the same dashboard. I can respond via email and say, right in the same box, I can say, just send it to you via email and then text, and then in the email, send it the long content. And it's all right there in a single channel versus, oh, I'm gonna chat on my phone and then I'm gonna chat on my computer. And like it's too much. But that feature in terms of all the connections being right there is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's awesome to just have everything in one place because then you don't have to worry about connecting all this different software, making sure they talk to one another, making sure the data is passed in and out correctly. That's such a hassle. And that's one of the things I love about high level is that you don't have to do that anymore. I remember those.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to.
And the sequences you talk about, the workflow. So now is the sequence the same as a workflow? Is it the same?
This is a universal term.
Gotcha.
See workflow automation.
Gotcha. So I like those. And one of the things we mentioned it before, but so I'm part of this group, and they, entrepreneurs, they meet up and chat about everybody's challenges, and a lot of people have been having challenges really around follow-ups, following up after meetings, following up preceding meetings, like reminders, because what I do in terms of when I set up a meeting, usually it'll be like a week out, 2 weeks out. People forget, people don't remember. So I always, after my meeting is booked, have a sequence that reminds them a day ahead, like, hey, we're meeting tomorrow. This is what we're meeting about. If this time still works for you, good. If it doesn't, here's the button to reschedule. So it leads them back to my calendar so they can reschedule to not waste our time. And then I send a little tiny reminder via text an hour before. So they're like, oh, yeah, let me get back to my computer. Let me get back home or wherever I'm going to take the call. And then I've got a sequence for missed meetings. So if somebody doesn't show, I just press the button and it says, hey, I missed you, blah, blah, blah. Here's the text. Here's the link. We can reschedule. And then afterwards, I've got a workflow that will follow up with a lot of the subsequent notes. So, say for instance, if it's a service call and I want to send them either a recap or a link to the PDF we reviewed, like I've got my credibilities PDF, it'll send that automatically. So I'm not like, trying to remember. How do you use that? Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs aren't hip to that whole sequence before, after, all that stuff. But do you use that?
Yes, I do. So I use everything that you said as far as appointment reminders. Um, I think they're so important, and this is why. Number one, it gives you a professional appearance, right? And I'm in a group as well where someone alluded to this that, oh, no one showed up for my appointments. And after us further probing, it was because they didn't have appointment reminders. And it's like it's not that it was a personal, oh, I'm not going to meet with Mickey. I don't want to meet with him. No, they forgot. We are busy. You're contacting busy business owners. We are forgetting it's something we want, and most of us run by our calendars. So if it's not on your calendar, it didn't happen. So if you don't send them an appointment reminder, and especially depending on who you're contacting, they're not going to show up. It's
Yeah.
that simple. So one thing that I do, in mine is I ask for confirmation you're still coming the day before. I ask them, reply yes. That's simply reply
Yeah.
yes if you're attending this appointment. And what that also does is allow me to see their excitement because some people are like, heck yes, I'm not gonna miss this, blah, 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 So it gives them a comfort and it also helps them stay on track, right? Because people don't remember. Now also the follow-up after. So I have it automated that it follows up and it asks, "How was your call?"
Mm, I
And
like that.
yeah, and so I get feedback from that as well, um, to how the call was, how the customer is feeling about the call, and just where they are. So if they were like Jennifer sucks, she talked too much, I still don't know what this do, blah blah blah. Now that's room for me to improve, right? That she used too many technical terms, but okay, I had to break it down a little further. So it's not meant for you to be attacked or feel attacked. It's meant to give feedback so you can improve
Yeah.
the next meeting. Now you mentioned the missed call, the missed call ones. So yes, I have that nurture as well. Here's another one I have set up. And this was native to high level. I just enhanced on it. It's called the booking requested form. I mean workflow. So if someone says, hey Mickey, I want to get on your calendar, send me your booking link.
Hmm.
Don't send them the link, ask them for their email, put them in your system, and then you add them to this booking requested. So what that is kind of like an abandoned cart for calendars to where it's consistently sending them a reminder to book with you until they book.
Until they book.
Yeah, and then if they book, it pulls them out of it, right?
I
So,
like that.
yeah.
I like that. That's pretty dope. I'm getting all the gems. The other thing that you made me think of in the reminder, because I like the way when you send the reminder or when you send the follow up, you ask for feedback. And the other thing that people have been doing is driving them to the Google My Business so they can leave a review, like the request a review and prompt them. Like if somebody, one of those clients who say, "Oh, it was great," blah 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 blah, you're gonna want them to go leave a review on Google and start to fill that out. That's a dope way to kind of have that in the sequence. I like the whole sequence thing.
Yeah, I just turned that on last week and got my first review from a
All
call.
right.
So, because I wasn't collecting reviews. It's just like I'm the technician, right? I always make sure everybody else is straight, and then I don't make sure I'm straight. So, um, I'm making sure I'm straight. So I turned my reviews on as well. So they kind of get it two ways where they can leave the feedback in that form and then they'll get the review request where they can just hit the stars and go from there.
Yeah. And that's a powerful thing. I'm finding out more and more. Actually, I just looked at the dashboard today and it's like, it says, people are discovering you. I think there was like 60 different people who found my business through the Google profile. And so it's an impactful thing. Especially now, I think they can email and call directly from the Google profile and it connects you through high level with the automations, with the AI response bots and all that other good stuff.
They could chat too.
Yeah.
So hit chat, but you have to have that turned on your
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a super powerful tool. So, in terms of, so are you doing any workshops coming up soon for Go High Level, or what do you got going on?
I am working on it. I am working on releasing some workshops throughout the week, so everyone stay tuned because yeah, we'll be doing some workshops on Go High Level and just how this program and this software can benefit you as a small business owner too.
Cool. What do you got? A waiting list, or should people just join the Facebook group and then keep an eye on what's happening in the Facebook group?
If they just join the Facebook group, we'll be releasing all of that in the Facebook group.
All right, Facebook, you've been warned. It's coming. All right. So happy Monday, everyone. I think that's about it. Anything else we want to drop last minute?
Oh, that's about it. We'll be back same time tomorrow for this
Boom.
chat.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Happy Monday.